All right, so this video will focus on collecting responses. We've talked about this earlier, so I want to make sure that we continue it. But if I go through here, and if I look at my actual form, the way they get to it again is go to your drive, and then from there I could either go to, so I go to my drive. Remember I did put this in the Grace folder. I put it in test one folder here, and now I have both my form and my responses. So if I want to look at my responses, I can just click on responses. It'll take me to this spreadsheet. I could also click on this here. Notice that these icons look different. They look kind of similar, but this is a spreadsheet and this is the actual form. If I click on the form, I have my editable form that I have. And if I want to look at the responses, I can click on the second one in, which is view responses. And I'm back to that spreadsheet again. So there's two ways to get to look at your data. The nice thing about going from the form view is if you go to responses and click on it, the second one down is summary of responses. This gives you a really pictorial representation of your data. So if you want to quickly look for any kind of patterns or anything you have to really focus in on, I like using the summary just as a quick guide, and then I actually delve into the actual information from the spreadsheet a little bit more after I get that pictorial representation. So that's the two ways that you could really look at your responses. From this response, there's lots of things you could do. You could run scripts. You could actually have a form be your assessment. So you could ask questions on the, from something that you've instructed on. They'll answer questions, and you could actually run a script in which this spreadsheet will grade it for you itself. You just run it one time. It's called Flubberoo. I'll talk about that later on. But it will simply take all the information, match it to a key that you provide, and then actually send out the information to all the students as to what they got in their grades. It will pinpoint for you where there's weaknesses, where there's strengths. It's a really neat script. So lots of things you could do with forms.